meat raffle. Yeah, all kinds of meat.
All right, we're back on the Hampton Road Show now with our featured comedian today. Very interesting guy, comedian Josh Blue, and he's performing this week at the Funny Bone. Welcome to the Hampton Road Show.
Well, thank you.
You know, I looked at you and I was like, man, he looks just like Lexi Lawless. I'm showing my age a little bit.
I get that quite a bit.
If people are old enough, you know, they know Lexi Lawless, American soccer star turned commentator, but you look just like him and you play soccer too.
I do. I'm actually on the Paralympic soccer team. It's pretty cool. I've been to 8 different countries, represented the U.S., was in the 04 games in Athens, and we just qualified for 2012 London.
That's awesome.
I know.
That's awesome.
Pretty cool.
Now, where do you play on the field? Your scorer?
I'm a striker, which is the goal scorer.
Okay.
In theory. But I've seen it done.
Never scored a goal?
I have.
I'm sure
scored
you
plenty.
Come on.
It's just comedy.
Jokester.
Just comedy here.
Pulling my leg. You also have a couple kids. You're married, so like Dr. Energy was talking about, you've probably played What's That Smell and Where's It Coming From in your house?
Yes. Oh man, that's a brutal game.
How old are your kids?
3 and 1.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, it's quite a mess at our house.
I bet.
Between me and the kids.
Yeah.
I guess for your people who don't know who I am, I should also explain I do have cerebral palsy. Otherwise, everybody's just out there going, man, he is hammered. And I'm just buzzed. So
Okay. All right.
I don't want to lead you astray on that.
That explains. I like your shirt. We've all noticed that's a cool
meat
shirt.
grinder, yeah, my sister made that. We have a company called Meat Raffle, and she'll sew any kind of meat onto a shirt for you.
That's fantastic.
She makes onesies with big hams on them.
Are your kids sporting a lot of her clothes?
Yeah. My daughter is just a real chunky little girl.
Yes.
So she looks like a ham herself. So that's kind of what inspired it. So.
Do you talk about them a lot in your act? Do you talk about family and travel and all those kinds of things?
I do. I talk a lot about being a dad and my wife. My wife's Japanese, and talk a lot about being a very interracial couple. I was born in Africa, so I'm African American. Let's just say we check a lot of boxes.
I would say.
It's great. I've been married for 3 years. I've been to Japan 3 times, visiting her family. I was wondering, do you think it's too late to tell her that I don't know what her dad's name is?
Yes. I would just go with that.
Okay, yeah.
For as long as you can.
Because, you know, I've been over there so many times, and, like, I just never caught it. Like, it just blends in with everything else I don't understand. And I was so desperate last time I was there, I actually stole his mail. That didn't help at all. I think I have narrowed it down, though. I think his name is Line Stick Box. Anybody know how to say that?
The inline thing is the in-law thing can be tricky though, getting along with your in-laws. I mean, we spend our whole lives trying to get along with our own parents, and then we get out of the house and get married and have to get along with someone else's parents.
Well, it helps that we don't understand anything the other person says, so I think that really comes in handy.
Nodding and smiling is just
I definitely look at him though sometimes, and I can just feel him looking at me like, man, we sent her to America and this is what she brought back?
Well, wait a second. Have you told him that you're not hammered? Maybe you should do that.
Well,
Maybe that's what it is.
it doesn't help that I'm always drinking when I'm there. That's the only...
Well, I got nothing else.
Yeah, it's trying to explain. Yeah, it's hard to explain. Like, I'm a big deal in America. He's like, okay, a homeless guy, whatever. It's weird. Even in Japan, people think I'm homeless, which doesn't make any... What am I, a Vietnam vet on some R&R? Just kicking around Osaka. Hey.
What else do you like to talk about in your show? Do your wife and kids, does your wife, well, your kids are probably not, they don't know, but does your wife say, okay, you can talk about what goes on at home, you know, to a point, or is she pretty cool about it?
She's pretty cool with everything. She's like, just bring home a paycheck and you can say what you want. And I do.
How long have you been doing this?
This interview for like 5 minutes now.
Okay, all right. He's the funny guy. He's the jokes.
No,
Does it feel like 5 minutes underwater?
It does.
Oh. I don't try to make people suffer.
I'm just kidding.
That's all right.
You're not that bad.
Not that. Nice.
Thank you, one lady. All right.
I just want you to know it's pure coincidence that I was just told we're done.
Oh,
Forfeited for the time. Yeah, no, it is. It's not because you kicked me. You can see Josh at the Funny Bone this weekend in Virginia Beach. He's got 2 shows tonight, 2 shows Saturday night, 8 and 10:30, and then 1 show on Sunday. And we're giving away tickets to the Sunday show, too. People have to answer our pop quiz, and then you get to go see Josh if they win.
Good luck with that pop quiz.
Thank you. All right, it's also live.
All right, we just did the big switcheroo on Josh.
I'm versatile like that.
Just like that. You gave up the pretty one for the tall one.
That's not what you said off air.
I know. Don't say it. Don't tell her because
Okay.
I regret that. But this is what we call the buzz, and this is when we ask people to tell us what they're thinking. And we've thrown a couple questions out at them, and one of them is, as you know, Michael Jackson died a couple years ago.
What?
Yeah, I know that. I know that. Michael Jackson died a couple years ago.
I can't go on with this interview.
I know that. I know that. And his doctor, Conrad Murray, his fate is on the line today. The jury has gone to deliberation, and we want to know what people are thinking out there. Is Dr. Conrad Murray guilty or not guilty? Your thoughts on that, Josh?
Well, he's my doctor, so I'm not at liberty to say. You know what? I think he's pretty guilty. I think the evidence is there.
Yeah, there's a lot of evidence, that's for sure. So this is what people in Hampton Roads are saying. Mike B. says not guilty in California. He probably contributed and everything, but I think he'll be found not guilty. Darlene says, I think Michael killed Michael. Well, something killed Michael. And
Something did.
Desiree Frank, Taylor definitely guilty of having a substance like propofol in MJ's home and giving it to him at some point. Francina Harrison, guilty. And Debbie Bowman says guilty. The doctor has a moral, ethical, and professional responsibility to prescribe safely. He obviously didn't. A doctor has a moral, professional obligation to do all that he can.
I think so, and he did. He did all that he could. He gave him all he could.
And he got paid handsomely. Also, we're talking about the time change, which affects us all. And it affects you as a comedian. It's up all night.
I didn't even know that.
It's happening this weekend. You got to set the clock back. Sherry Brown says, have to agree with Raymond. Just because clocks say we get an extra hour doesn't mean kids understand to sleep. Mine don't know they are up at 7 or 8.
Oh, that's
so it's all about
true.
it's all about the kids. They have that clock in the
Yeah, the
inside.
2 kids, they'll still get up at the same time, like 4 in the morning. It's still too dark out to be awake right now.
I know that, man. What can we do about the kids?
Propofol?
Maybe not. All right, Josh.
I just answered the questions, man.
That's true, I know. I
know.
set them up and you hit them out. All right, well, we love the Meat Grinder shirt, and thanks for joining us in the bus, Josh.
Thank you.